Marvin, a decent way to end the group matches?
Yeah, definitely. To come out of these 4 games and be undefeated first and foremost was the important thing. Going back into the dressing room, as I said to the players, and on top of that, can we win this game of football? And then they went out there and did that. Executed the game plan fantastically well. And as I said, to come here and win 2-1 is not an easy place to come. And you'll see over the course of the season in the Championship, they'll beat a lot of teams.
They looked very solid in the first half, especially.
Yeah, they were. And it's Kyle, it's Paul, and it's Effie. 3 players playing back there who haven't played together before. And that just shows the amount of work that these boys are putting in on the training pitch, but also speaking to each other off of it. Because we've not had that much time between Tuesday's game and today in terms of out on the training pitch. But these players have been defensive meetings and they've been working together and they've been speaking together. And they've came up with their own kind of game plan on how things will work as well. So it's fantastic to see, and that the relationship will only get stronger as well.
It will, and as I say, the 2 goals today as well. Josh Todd from the first one, so great team effort.
Oh, brilliant! Absolutely brilliant from Toddy. Bursting down the left-hand side, and I said to Gavin, and he'll tell you the same. I said to Rory last season, you get less touches as a striker underneath me, but when that ball comes in the box, you better be in there. You better be in there, or I'll be absolutely raging with you. And Gav did that today. He burst from kind of the middle of the pitch. He sees the ball go over his shoulder to Toddy, and his head down, 100% effort into the middle, and puts the ball in the back of the net. And then Harry Cochrane, we knew the way they would try and play from the back. And we said, when we can jump, make sure we do it, but do it with everything you've got. If they play through like they did a couple of times, the goalkeeper's fantastic with his feet, but we'll catch them, and we did, and Hay puts the ball in the back of the net. So listen, I'm delighted with them, because it's easy for me to come up with game plans with this coaching staff. The hard bit is out here on the football pitch and doing it, and they did that today, and it's never a pat on the back for them.
And one blemish is the goal that we lost late on.
Yeah, but for once, I'm going to say about a goal, it's a massive, massive reminder to do things correctly for 90 minutes and stay concentrated. A few times you could have attacked the ball and head it away, and we don't. We try and let it go over our shoulder, and it hits us on the back of the head, and all of a sudden their supporters and their team start to get up into the game. And then that one, we've got 2 chances to head it away. We don't get good contact on it. It's a fantastic finisher on the boy, but the ball should have never dropped there. And that's a massive learning curve for us. That if you're off it, just 1% against 10 men or not, they'll punish you, and that's what's happened today.
Another player to signal out today is probably Gordon Waterall. He saved the penalty from Rory, but he looked very confident and comfortable collecting the ball today. Yeah,
he does, and Gordon's been fantastic. We brought in Murray Johnson on loan as well from Hibs, who's unfortunately ill today. So Gordon wasn't actually due to play. He's played his 2 games in the League Cup. So again, it just shows the professional that he is. He's prepared all week as if he is playing, because anything can happen the day of the game, and that's a lesson to the young players. But as you said, he's coming and collecting things. He's nice and calm. And I think that's Gordon's maybe 5th or 6th professional game. Before, I know he's 25 or 26 years of age, his first professional game. And he's a pleasure to be around. He really, really is, because he gives you absolutely everything on the training pitch. And now it's starting to show with his performances. And again, he'll only get better. Goalkeepers after 6 or 7 games. I can't wait to see him, after 60 games, 70 games. He's a man mountain. And him and Murray are really pushing each other. We've got 2 fantastic goalkeepers at this football club.
How would you rate the whole League Cup campaign so far?
The scheduling of it, or how we played?
Just personally, the campaign's gone.
It's gone well. It has gone really, really well. We've remained unbeaten. Listen, the penalty shootouts, obviously, if you win both of them, then you're looking at something slightly different now. You're looking at going through. But no, it's been good. It's very, very difficult. I don't want to make excuses before the competition, but having 4 games, I think it was in 12 days. It's unfair on professional footballers. It really, really is. And often I say, it's a privilege to do it, but they're putting their bodies on the line constantly. We've got players out there with tight muscles now, in there. We've got a small squad as it is, and some thinking needs to go behind this. Whether we push it further back in July, and we have maybe 2 Saturdays, and after the first 2 league games, we have Tuesday games, something like that, because you've got to think about the players and their welfare. And I don't think there's a team in the land who think it's a good idea to be playing when we are. So, it's not been great in terms of that. But as I said, the players have dealt with it. We never make excuses. It's easy for me to speak about it now, but beforehand, I told you, we were going to go out there and we were going to go hard in every single game, and we've done that.
A couple of players that have been out injured, Daniel Church and Lewis Gibson, back on the bench today. Is that the injury starting to come back? Or?
Yeah, it is the injury starting to come back. In terms of Church, he's still only, 22, and I'm trying to take the average age of the bench up, and then young Gibber comes on there at 18. He just turned 18, so it's good. I got rid of a couple of 17-year-olds off there today. But that is just the start of those 2 coming back. We've still got Kyle Dockett, we've got Ian Wilson, and we've got Jack as well. And that's the thing. I don't think some people realise we had 7 players missing out of our squad. for the game on Tuesday, so I was trying to rotate 12, 13 players. But we are starting to see them back now. Churchy's, again, running out there today. Gibbo's doing the same. They're not far away. If I needed them today, they could have gone on the pitch. It just wasn't a match for them to go on. Now we need to give them a bit of game time. But yeah, those two are back, and the other three aren't far behind.
A week now until the main event kicks off, and it's really what you've been working towards.
Yeah, it has been. It definitely has been, ready for that kind of League One campaign to start. We need to start fast, and we will start fast. We'll look after the players this week. There'll be a lot of tactical work ahead of Alloa, a team that we respect and we've obviously played against before last season in the league when I was here. And we need to be ready to go, because if we come off it a little bit, you'll get beaten in the league, and we don't want that. So yeah, listen, it's all geared now towards next Saturday. We're delighted with today. We'll park that. We'll review it on Monday, but then it's full steam ahead to Alloa.
You said that you want a fast start. A good start is important, isn't it, to the campaign?
It is, because obviously, I came in the club in January and we were probably too far behind to catch what proved too far. So we need to start well. We've got the statistics of how the club has started, league campaigns, and we'll be aiming to beat those first and foremost. So we're up against ourselves. So yeah, listen, we will start fast. That is the aim, but we have to be respectful as well, because if not, we will get punished. And all of a sudden, Saturday come 5:15, you've played one game and got no points, and that can't happen.